Hiya, welcome to Craftwork. My name's Ruthie and today I've got another tutorial for you, and this time we're tackling trousers, but don't worry, these are super simple. So if you've seen my autumn winter capsule wardrobe video, then you will know that I wanted to copy a particular pair of culottes that I received for Christmas last year and I have absolutely loved wearing. Now, because these aren't quite ready to retire, I didn't want to copy them exactly, so I got the same fabric but in a different colour. Now this fabric, it's not the easiest to work with. It's called plisse, I think, but I may be pronouncing it wrong. You may have seen it all over the high street. It's been quite popular for the last year or so, and I hadn't really heard of it until last year. It's similar to a jersey in the fact that it is stretchy, but it's got lots of little tiny pleats, and it's usually a little bit metallic as well. So it's a lovely, lovely fabric to wear. It's very slinky, very drapey, and just super comfortable. However, to sew with, it's less easy. So if you're not confident with like drapey and stretchy fabrics, then I recommend starting with this pattern but with a different fabric. So a jersey would be ideal, or you could make it in a rayon or viscose, something really, really drapey. If you wanted to make, for example, a pair of pyjamas, this would be perfect, and you could do that in a brushed cotton or something similar. So let's get started. For this tutorial you will need 2 meters of fabric, some 1-inch elastic at least as long as your waist measurement, some scissors, both paper and fabric, pins, paper such as pattern paper, baking paper, wrapping paper, newspaper, etc., a pencil or marker, and you may also need some sellotape, and of course your sewing machine, and if you have one, an overlocker. Lay a good fitting pair of trousers folded in half with the front facing you onto some paper. You may need to tape some paper together to accommodate the trousers, as I have here. Make sure you have them folded at the seams. Trace the shape onto the paper, extending the top of the pattern piece by 2 inches and adding a centimetre or 2 for seam allowances, although this is not necessary with stretchy material. It should look something like this. Now do the same with the back of the leg, which should look something like this. Comparatively, here are your 2 pieces. Notice that the crotch on the back piece is longer to accommodate your bum. Placing your pattern pieces onto your fabric with the fabric folded in half, cut out your pieces. You'll have 2 front pieces and 2 back pieces. With the fabric right sides together, pin the crotch of the front pieces together and sew. This is when I realised that my overlocker would be the best for this fabric. If you're using a similar fabric but only have a regular sewing machine, just go slow, and if you have one, use a walking foot. Repeat for the back pieces. You may also need to finish your seams at this point, but not if you're using a jersey like me. Laying the front and the back right sides together, pin and sew the side seams of the trousers. Again, you may need to finish this seam. Then, matching the crotch seam, pin and sew the inside leg. Finish these seams if necessary. To sew the waistband, fold the top of the trousers over by 2 inches, pin and press. If you're using a woven fabric rather than jersey like me, you may need to fold over again or finish the edges. Sew with a 1 centimetre seam allowance from the raw edge and stopping about 2 inches from the start. Take your elastic and place it around your waist, pulling only slightly so that it's still comfortable and fits over your hips when stretched. Attach a safety pin to one end of the elastic and thread through the tube you created on your trousers. Pull through until you can pull it back out through the hole, making sure not to let the other end slip through or twist the elastic. Overlap the edges by 1 inch and sew these together in a square pattern like so to secure it. Seal up the hole and you're done. With a regular jersey, you may also want to hem the bottoms by folding over 1 centimetre and sewing a straight stitch all the way round, but that's not necessary with this fabric and could actually ruin the effect. So there we are, a pair of trousers done. And because this fabric doesn't need hemming, it was even quicker. It probably took me about half an hour, And if you do it in a similar fabric or a jersey fabric, then it is a very quick make. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if you get a chance to make them, then please use the hashtag craftworkmakes. And if you want to see more, do subscribe, because I have loads more tutorials coming up. And if you have any ideas or requests that you'd like to see me make, then let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!